Hi everyone, this is Natalia from Santa Monica, California, and today we're going to talk about marketing. So, first, I am not an expert on this. I am learning just like you are learning. I just want to let you know the things that I found out and how they work for me. So, one of the first ones when I started my practice was to sign up for Psychology Today. I did that and then I signed up for Good Therapy. Has it worked? I had to change several times the content on Psychology Today, the paragraph that talks about your practice. I think I still haven't gotten the right content in there. I keep on changing it all the time, which is good actually, because I heard if the more you change it, usually if it's updated, it starts to coming up first on the page, higher on the page when they search it up. Another thing that I started was a Facebook business page. Why? Because I thought this was a great way for people to understand what is that I focus on. I love working with couples and I love working with depression and anxiety, but I also like to work with parents and parenting and help them with that. So this was a great way for me to help people outside know what it is that I work with. And now is a great way to also promote my blog, which is what it helps with this fantastic word SEO on my website to come up a little bit higher. Another thing you can do is to start a Pinterest, which you probably already know because I post about some of the resources that I also linked it on Pinterest. Twitter is another way to get to reach out to people. LinkedIn, I find it very important because that's where all the other professionals are. So it's a great way to connect with other professionals and they know where your practice is and they know a little bit more about you and your background. Another great idea is that you can create a YouTube account and start making videos about the areas that you have a lot of knowledge. If it's couples, if it's parenting, if it's children, if it's substance abuse, if it's eating disorders, depression, anxiety, anything. So YouTube is another way to start getting your image out there, your social image. You want to focus always on your niche when you post on any of these sites because you want to attract your ideal client. You want to bring your ideal client closer to your practice, right? So what is that you have to offer? That's what you have to think about. What do I write about? What do I post about? You can search for different articles in the area that you're interested about. Whatever is your niche, that's what you want to post your articles about. So the other thing is your website. Websites are a headache for any therapist because I don't think any of us, at least most of us, do not have any training on how to build a website. I certainly don't, and I keep on changing my websites. By this point, I had 3 different websites. And I find out that actually I did a lot of things wrong about my website the other day, so I still have to change a lot of things. What else? A blog. The blog is a great way to rank first thanks to those SEO magic world, and you have to connect the specific words, those link words that will put you higher on the searches on Google, right? So you have to choose the specific words which are the ones related to your niche. It shouldn't be that hard, but that's what it needs to be mostly on your blog, and then connect it and post it everywhere so it gets a lot of exposure. A video blog is another good idea, which goes back to the YouTube idea. It talks directly to your clients. So I think it's more, they get to know you a little bit better. Like now you know a little bit of my personality, not much, but a little bit. Certainly you caught that I have an accent, so it tells you something about me. Connections. That's another big important piece of developing your practice. Connections are very important. I call them connections. I don't call it networking. The reason for it is that networking sounds very cold to me. Connections is more of what I will look for. I look to have a connection with others, not so much of what they can do for me, but what can I do for them. So that's one important thing to keep in mind. When you meet with someone, think about what can you do for them? What kind of service can you give to those people that you connect with? So you don't have to go out and start, going to all these networking things right away. But one way to start connecting is going back to your old connections. For example, supervisors, colleagues that you train with, What else? I don't know. Maybe friends, and you want to let them know about your practice, that you posted your website, that you started a new group, that you are offering a workshop. You can catch up through email. You can invite them to lunch. You can plan an open house of your practice. You can plan a workshop. Workshops are a great way to get people to your door. They're hard to advertise, and this is why you have to go back to your old emails and think about those people that you already have connections with. Another thing, when I say connections, I mean forming authentic relationships. Not just this, I'm going to lunch with you and I see you in a couple months, I won't have lunch again. I'm talking about authentic connections. So think how you can help them and not how they can help you. Think how you can help them. What can you offer to them? And this is the same thing when you're writing your website. What can you offer to your clients? Think of what you have to offer, and that helps you to start developing everything else. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, you can always write me a message, and I'm looking forward to next week and which topics we'll start discussing. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.